Hey fellas, this is Jeffrey. I just wanted to show you some of the stuff that we got to use to fish with. As you can see, we got quite a bit of crap here. And also, I was talking to Nate the other day, and I said, you might want to pick up a tackle box. And this is the kind of tackle box I'll be using. It's just a small plastic case. It's not. Let's see if I can zoom out here. It's not much bigger than. It's probably about 10 inches by 7, about 10 by 7 inches. And it's got these compartments in it, which are great because we can, the stuff that we'll be using it's nice to have some extra compartments. So that's what I would use to go with, and I've already separated your guys' tackle out, so you guys will have your own sack of tackle sack whenever we get up there. Here's a couple of close-up shots of some of the stuff that we got. These particular lures are called MEPS number 5. They're basically just like giant rooster tails, if you guys have ever used rooster tails. This is the thing that everybody swears by up there as far as pike fishing goes. Big baits, big shiny spinners on them, and massive treble hooks. I don't know how well you can see that, but that's a big ass hook on the end of that. So anyway, this is one of the baits that we got. We got 3 of these a piece. So hopefully the fish will be generous with them and won't eat them up too bad. Here's another type of lure that lots of people swear by up there. It's just basically a spoon. I've never used a spoon much. I know they use them when they're trying to jig for fish deep, but I think we'll probably run these things as far as just throw it out there and cast it back. I know I believe the Frost River, or I'm sorry, the Frost Lake has a pretty high population of lake trout, which should be pretty tasty fish, and they tend to be very deep, like over 40 feet. So if we can get these guys down to them, I'm sure that the lake trout will just eat these things up. So if we're not catching northerns and we want to target some lake trout, we can use these, and I know that the northerns will smack a spoon as well. So it's kind of like I would consider this kind of my second choice after those MEPS. As far as targeting northerns, and if we're in a river or like something like this, a little shallower, might work a little bit better. So I know you guys have probably seen one of these before. These are just Rapala Shad Raps, basically. Shad Raps, any kind of rattle trap, anything like that, any diving plug, you're gonna be able to use there and probably do pretty well. Not as shiny as the MEPS or the spoons, but kind of like like the 3rd round draft pick as far as like targeting pike for real, as far as lures are concerned. So everybody will have a couple of those in there too. You guys probably recognize one of these. This is a spinner bait. Lots of bass down here love to eat spinner baits, especially in the summer, early. Well, I guess wherever the wind's blowing, really. And I've also heard that the pike like the spinner baits as well. And when we get up further north on our trip, the smallies should just absolutely attack something like this. So this is more for smallies and for pike if we run out of everything else shiny. So there is the spinner bait. Basically, other like major go-to bait is going to be these soft plastics. What they are is they're just plastic grubs. I got them in a whole bunch of different colors. I'm taking this giant grub wallet. You can't really see it here, but it's basically like a grub wallet. It's got tons of different sleeves in here, all kinds of colors, and stuff with glitter and stuff without. And I got some specifically for this trip, like this red and white. I heard is real popular up there, as well as the pink and yellow. So and black. Anything with dark or real bright colors. And how you use those is you just hook them up to these. This is what the grubs look like out of the pack, and then you just basically slide these grubs on these lead heads. Got a whole bunch of these colored ones, and if we run out of these colored ones, I got some just spare, silver colored ones for backup. And what's great about these is you can add these Colorado blade spinners, and you can really, make your bait present itself a little better. I've hooked up one on my pole right here. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if I can do this at the same time. But yeah, like there's a whole rig hooked up right there, and basically just kind of gives your bait a little more of a shiny presentation. So that's gonna be like as far as less fancy bait goes, that's going to be the bread and butter. And what's great about this is if we lose all of our really nice lures in the first couple days or whatever, we have enough of these to last us for a month up there. So and anything will eat these. We fish for stuff down here with this stuff, so it'll be great. The last thing I decided to rig us up with is something I kind of took a cue from Vega. He said he was talking with Iman the other day, and some of his buddies are actually catching leeches up there, and if we can do that and keep them, using live bait would be great, and using these bobber stop setups would be perfect, especially at night or close to night or early morning. It's just basically a knot, like a pre-made knot. You slide on the end of your line, tie it, and then slide your bobber on there, and it's a real easy way to set your depth. And then we got nice big red hooks, make it look like the bait's bleeding and fish like that. And then put a couple pieces of split shot on there and make your float right. And one thing, I don't know if you can see it real well in this picture here, but it's like little glow sticks with rubber bands more or less that you can put on your bobber at night. And the walleye really like to feed at night because they have real sensitive eyes. So if we get up north there towards the last couple days of our trip and we can get in some walleye at night, that's supposed to be the best eating there is. So so there's our slip bobber setup, ready to rock and roll. One other thing you might want to think about putting in your box, or when you get a tackle box, you want to think about getting is a nice pair of pliers just to cut your line with. Pair of pliers or a pair of clippers like these. Most of us, I'm sure, will have a Gerber or something, but we need to make sure we have something to be able to get the treble hooks out of the fish's mouths with. And this has a special tool inside of it that will help you be able to dehook the fish a little bit. And there's a couple other things I didn't mention, like steel leaders there in there, and just some assorted, other stuff. So anyway, I think you'll be well taken care of, and as long as you can go out and pick up one of these tackle boxes, lock down, and I think we'll be good. So I guess yeah, all we got to do now is drive out there and catch some fishes. If you guys got any questions, just give me a holler. See ya.